friends, Saif, who I understand is on the run, came to Washington and came to my office and told me that Libya wanted to change its ways, that it wanted to be more moderate, it wanted to work with the West, and that they really wanted to have a change of course. So I think it's a bit ironic when you see what the change of course is. There was no change of course, obviously, from Gaddafi, and the change of course is that the country took matters into its own hands. So I think he should be tried, and I have no doubt that he'd be convicted. I mean, he's like Saddam Hussein. Remember when Saddam Hussein was on the run? He couldn't be found, and they found him in some hole somewhere trying to hide. I think probably the same thing will happen with Gaddafi.
Congressman Elliot Engel, thanks very much for joining us from Washington. Let's take you straight back live to Libya now and Anna Botting. Anna.
Jeremy, thanks very much indeed. Well, let's get a bit more about what's happening in Tripoli. Joining us now is Dr. Manal, who is a medical doctor there. We'll come on to the supply issue in a moment. But first of all, can I get your reaction to what's been happening in Tripoli this evening?
Everybody's happy. We're delighted. It's the biggest day of we've been waiting for 6 months for this day, and it's I cannot describe the feeling. The mosques here are saying Allahu Akbar everywhere, and you could hear the bullets. Everybody's firing bullets in the air. Everybody's happy. Earlier we had our national anthem live from the mosque, and you cannot describe it. It's a wonderful feeling. We've been suffering for a long time, and we had no electricity for days, and we had problems with medical supplies. People were dying, especially those with. Okay, you said we'll talk about the medical issue later, but it's the most important thing right now because we have injured people everywhere. We need blood. We need anesthetic equipment. We need oxygen. All the places, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Let's dwell on that, as you said. The fighting is obviously still underway. People are getting injured all the time. How are the hospitals coping? We hear what you say about the shortages, but how tough is it at the moment for medical staff?
We have problems with the private clinics are operating right now. If you can hear the background right now, you can hear those bullets here. Yeah, so the hospitals we have shortage of all sorts of medical supplies. We have a problem with the electricity because when the electricity goes off, obviously everything in the hospital is off. So we have people on ventilators. We have people who need oxygen. We need operations to be done, not only for injured people, but also can you imagine a pregnant lady or any sort of. I mean, if you need an operation or if you need a C-section or anything, you cannot do it here in Tripoli. We have a problem with anesthetic equipment. We also need blood. We need a lot of blood. Hello?
The difficulty, though, I guess, is people coming across Tripoli to you to give blood or even to get medical supplies in from outside when people are seeing the pictures as they are on the television right now.
No, it's safe. Right now, all the surroundings, it's safe. My father and my brother went out right now. Every single place in Tripoli, almost every single place is free and safe. Everybody's happy. Everybody's cheerful. We lost a lot of martyrs, and we just need all sorts of help when it comes to. The medical supplies. Okay. We also have a problem with the communication. The mobile network is off. We cannot call each other. It's really difficult to call each other. We have landlines are also defective these days. I don't know what's going on. They're playing with it, or we've got also The problem is that we cannot communicate. You see, even doctors cannot communicate with each other. That's the biggest problem. I mean, if you want to organize something, you need communication. And some places in Tripoli don't have the internet right now, and some places don't have the electricity. I happen to have electricity right now, so I was lucky enough to be able to talk to you right now. And actually, the electricity could go off any time. You see, so do you hear those bullets right now?
Yeah, well, we're getting the same here in Zawiya. Clearly, the message is going out, isn't it? That Colonel Gaddafi's compound has fallen, or if not, is falling. In terms of the mood in Tripoli, how long have people waited for this day to happen?
On the 17th of February. He fell on the 17th of February, the very minute a drop of blood a drop of blood was there on the floor, Libyan blood. That's when he fell. But now he's falling more and more. You were saying that he's like Saddam Hussein. He's not like Saddam Hussein. He's even worse than him. Nobody has ever done this, has ever made his people suffer. Every city that becomes free, he tries to kill everyone, and he's like, you cannot believe what we've been through. Like, we were in the hospital, we were afraid of the nurses, because the nurses were actually recording what we were saying about him and catching us, getting money just to catch us. You know, you catch us and put us in those prisons. Can you imagine? I mean, this was complete terror. We were traumatized. Nobody could speak. We were afraid of each other because we didn't know who was pro and who was not, and it turns out everybody was against him, but some people were traumatizing people.
Well, it has been reported that 10 to 20% of people in Libya are employed by the government in surveillance. So maybe you have been one of the most watched societies in the world.
Those people are now afraid. They're like, well, I won't say he was. Okay, so I would just want to send this message to all people outside who could help us. We need medical supplies. People are injured. We need blood. We need all sorts of medical equipment. We need, you know, we've been having a problem with the hospitals for like 2 or 3 months. You cannot imagine how the problem has become right now after 6 months of suffering. So if you could please,
well, I can indeed
send this message.
Well, hopefully people will be listening to you and responding, and certainly if you say some of the corridors into Tripoli are getting more and more safe, then maybe that aid can come through to you. In terms of the numbers that you've seen injured in the last...
we need the network and the mobile networks and then... Hello?
Yes, indeed. Well, the telecommunications networks, as we know, are down. No doubt may be cut off in order to make life difficult for the rebels, so they can't communicate and can't get groups together.
Because he cannot control people, now he's trying to control the communication so that nobody can help, you see.
I do indeed. I'm just trying to find out, though, the numbers of people that you've seen dead and injured in the fighting that we've seen since the weekend.
I'm pretty much far away from these places. Okay, we're on our side of the town. We can only see cars with flags and people happy. And but there are many martyrs. The reports say that we have a lot of martyrs. Even from civilians, you see, even from civilians, people in their cars. Some of them, like in the last few days, in their cars, in their homes. That he was using all sorts of weapons to kill people, just randomly, completely randomly. Even people who were I mean, I'm sure that even people who were pro-Gaddafi, okay, I'm pretty sure that now they left him because excuse me.
Well, Dr. Manal, I think we've lost her, but certainly imploring help for those in need.